Hi, Maria.
Caris, how are you?
Doing okay. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Jessa.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing okay. Sorry, I just had to run to the bathroom real quick. I've been watching this documentary on Scientology all day. I'm like addicted to it.
I heard about that.
Caris, are you still at your same address, or did you move?
Oh, I'm still at Ginger Court. Yeah, I still live here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Why, you
Okay.
sending me some mail?
Excuse me?
Why, you sending me some mail?
Yes, and also you change your background.
Oh, in the room, the space, you mean? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I'm facing the other direction now. So I'm facing my altar with my Buddha head and my meditating elephant. Yeah, I just switched it up a little bit. The boys moved the furniture, so I had no choice.
I see.
And I changed my name here. You can see now I'm the Daily Polar Bear. That's Jesse's YouTube channel. So if you go in and it says the Daily Polar Bear, you're in the right place.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? But it's me. It's just the Daily Polar Bear when Jesse's recording on YouTube. So I just didn't change it back. But
And are you recording the section?
this session, yeah, actually it is recording.
Yes, it says they are recording.
Yeah, I usually record them and save them on my computer. Mailman Mike actually asked me to send him some of the sessions so that he could practice with us because he can't get to our classes regularly. So I'm probably going to send him some of the sessions once I figure out how to put them on a zip drive.
I see.
All right, so we'll get started, ladies. I'm going to go ahead and mute you guys. But remember, you can unmute yourself at any time if you need to. Let's see, my space is a little messy right now. I'll just move this out of the way. And we will begin by rooting our sit bones into the earth as usual. Crossing the legs in front of the body or sitting back on the heels. Moving any fleshy parts away from the seat, really grounding down through the hips and the thighs, maybe shifting a little forward and back, side to side. Finding that sweet spot where both sits bones lengthen evenly into the earth. And then from this rooted, grounded, supported sensation beneath the seat will lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. Elongating all the muscles of the vertebrae. And we'll soften the shoulders away from the ears, let the elbows drape by the sides of the body. Palms rest on the thighs. Just beginning to arrive in our breath here. So maybe bringing to our mind anything that happened earlier in our day, earlier in our week, earlier in our lives. Anything that we're holding on to that we don't need for the next hour, we'll inhale deeply through the nose. Let out all that go with an audible sigh. Exhale through the mouth. And then maybe taking a moment, bringing to mind anything that might be going on later tonight, over the weekend, into the next week, the coming holidays, anything that's on your mind, just let it come into your mind, let it form and crystallize here. And then inhale deeply through the nose. Let it go with an audible sigh. And then just taking one more moment here to think about anything from the past or the future that might still be drawing our attention. And then we'll inhale through the nose. Let it go with an audible sigh. Just allowing the breath to ebb and flow through the body at its own pace. Not trying to fix or control it. Just arriving in the present moment, the here and the now. Feeling the movement of the breath through the body. Softening all the muscles of the face, letting all the muscles of the body drape along the bone with the exception of that long, luminous spine. Lifting a little taller through the crown of the head on your next inhalation. And on your next exhalation, just softening the edges of the skin into the space around you. Maybe bringing our attention to our heart center. Maybe envisioning here a glowing orb of green light. Letting that light radiate out of the heart center, maybe filling the entire body. Maybe filling out the corners of the room or the whole house. And maybe you see this light enveloping your community now. The entire state of Pennsylvania. The entire country. Or maybe that light envelops the entire globe, seeing the earth spinning there, surrounded by this beautiful aura of green light. And with this light, we cultivate a sense of compassion, of love, deep-seated acceptance for ourselves and others. And just rest in this accepting light for just a few more cycles of breath. And then on your next inhale, we'll gather our hands together at heart center in prayer. Plugging our thumbs into our sternum, lifting our sternum into our thumbs, we'll bow our rational mind towards our loving, compassionate heart. Thanking ourselves for coming to our mats tonight, for taking care of ourselves. Perhaps setting an intention for our practice right here and now, repeating that intention to ourselves 3 times in the present tense as if it's already happening. And then pausing here for a moment of gratitude, reflection, or prayer. And then on your next exhale, we'll return the palms to the thighs. We'll lift the chin, lengthen through the crown of the head. We'll begin to cultivate our Ujjayi pranayama right here. So this is our victorious yogic breath. Comes in through the nose and out through the nose in a nice even pace. Maybe inhaling to a count of 4. And exhaling to a count of 4. Creating that slight constriction in the back of the throat to make the breath audible. Like an ocean wave. Grounding ourselves in this audible Ujjayi pranayama before moving into our asana practice. Knowing that the breath is there for us to return to at any point during our practice. And we become taken away from the present moment. And always return to this audible Ujjayi pranayama. Returning to the here and now. And on your next exhale, we'll drop the chin to the chest. And on your inhale, we'll draw the breath up behind the eyes. And on an exhale, let the eyes flutter open softly with a lion's gaze. Keeping the gaze drawn back into the skull. Internal. And then we'll inhale our gaze into the space. So we're going to come right over to hands and knees, rolling over the ankles or swinging the legs around behind us, setting up our wrists beneath our shoulders, our knees beneath our hips. The crown of the head lengthens forward, tailbone lengthens back, low belly draws in. Inhale, fill with breath, and then exhale, tuck the hips under, draw the navel to the spine, shoulder blades slide apart on the back of the head and the neck release. Pause here for 1 full cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll lift the hips, the belly will drop, heart will slide forward, shoulders will drop back, knees will come up. Pausing here for 1 full cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath, and then exhale, tuck the hips under, navel draws to spine, shoulder blades slide apart, head and neck release. Continue moving with your breath through these poses. Flossing the spine, moving 1 vertebrae at a time. Letting the hips initiate the movement, so the hips are the first thing that move as we move from our cat into our dog. The first thing that move as we move from our dog into our cat. Letting the head and the neck trail behind as an afterthought. Really feeling our way into these poses. I know we've been here before, but exploring them as if it's the first time you've ever moved through these poses here. Maybe closing the eyes, tuning into the sensations of the body, noticing what muscles you activate as you press into the four corners of the hands and draw the navel deeply to the spine, feeling the shoulder blades slide apart on the back. And then feeling the hips lift as the heart slides forward, the shoulders draw back, the gaze comes up. And after your next dog tilt, that'll be your last. We'll return to a nice neutral spine, a nice flat back. We'll walk the hands forward, a full handprint, spread the fingers nice and wide. Tuck the toes under, press the seat up and back, finding downward facing dog. We'll begin by pedaling out the knees here, so bending one knee nice and deeply, reaching the opposite heel towards the earth. Our fingers are spread wide. We're rooting into the webbing between the thumb and the first finger, all the knuckles and the finger pads. Our shoulders are sliding back towards our hips. Our chest is reaching towards our thighs. Our low belly is drawing in. And the head and the neck release. One more cycle of breath and movement here. And then on your next exhale, we'll extend both heels towards the earth equally for 3 cycles of breath in downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the four corners of the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Seal it into the heart. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. So we're gonna warm and tone the entire body with 5 cycles of Surya Namaskar egg. Inhale, sweep the arms up and out. And exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway, find length. Exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to add in a push-up here. Before lowering down, finding your back bend, up dog or cobra. Drop the hips, soften the shoulders. Press it back, downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. Exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Take it right back down, forward and fold. Lift halfway, find length. Exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to add in that push-up or lower down. Find your back bend, up dog or cobra. Press it back, 2 cycles of breath in downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Take it right back down, forward and fold. Lift up halfway, find length. Exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to add in a push-up here. Before lowering down, finding your back bend. Up dog or cobra, drop the hips, soften the shoulders, elbows hug in. Press it back, 3 cycles of breath. Downward facing dog. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. Exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Take it right back down, forward fold. Lift halfway. Lower down, take it back, high plank. Lower through vinyasa or skip it. Find your back bend, up dog or cobra. Press it back, 2 cycles of breath in downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. Exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Take it right back down, forward and fold. Lift halfway, find length. Exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to add in a push-up here. Before lowering down, finding your back bend. Drop the hips, soften the shoulders. Press it back. 1 cycle of breath in downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into ourselves. We'll lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise up and overhead. And seal it into the heart. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. So returning to that Ujjayi pranayama. Connecting with the ground beneath your feet. The sky above your head. Your spine as a conduit for universal energy right here. I'm just going to cue up our timer. On your next inhale, we'll sweep the arms up and out. And exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank, lower through a vinyasa or skip it. Find your back bend. Press it back, downward facing dog. Step the left leg closer to the right, lift the right leg up into space behind you. And then on your exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Extend the leg back, 3-legged dog. Knee to nose, hollow out the belly. Extend it back, knee to nose. Extend it back, knee to nose. Extend it back, knee to nose. Extend it back. Keep moving with your breath here. Lengthen back through that right heel nice and long. Keep the low belly drawing in. Shoulders stack over the wrists as you slide forward. Hug the navel to the spine. Just about 5 more here. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hug the right knee in. Pause here. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, step the right foot through to the inside of the right thumb. Help it if you need to. Right knee stacks over the ankle, left heel lifts, left hamstring lifts. We'll bend into the right knee, feel that left hip flexor open up. And then we're gonna walk the hands back, folding over that straightened right leg, flexing the toes back towards the base. Soften the heart space towards the right thigh. Release the head and the neck. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Feeling that right hamstring open up all the way into the right glute. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll bend into the right knee. We'll sweep the arms up, finding a crescent warrior. Hug the inner thighs together, soften the shoulders. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the hands to the heart. Inhale, fill with breath, and exhale, twist it to the right. Left elbow slices over right thigh. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together. Lengthening back through that left heel. Press the top palm into the bottom palm, providing a fulcrum around which to twist more deeply. We'll just be here for another few cycles of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale through center. We'll exhale the hands down to the inside of the right foot, heel toe the right foot off to the edge of the mat. Maybe step that left foot back a little further, maybe bringing our forearms to the earth here. Hugging that right knee in towards the right shoulder. Keeping that left knee lifted, extending back through that left heel. If it's in your practice. If not, you're welcome to drop the left knee to the earth, untucking the toes. Strengthening that left quad if the toes are tucked under. Just 3 more cycles of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll liven up onto the palms. We'll step the right foot back to meet the left. Flow through a vinyasa here if you'd like. Find your back bend. Press it back, downward facing dog. And then we'll step the right foot closer to the left. Lift the left leg up into space behind us. Lengthen back through that left heel. And then exhale the knee to the nose. Hollow out the belly. Extend the leg back nice and long. Exhale, knee to nose. Extend it back. 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 Stay with it. Connect with your breath. Moving as quickly or as slowly as you like. Remembering that this is part of our HIIT cycle. So we're trying to get that heart rate up. We'll just be here for about 5 more. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lengthen out. Draw the knee in. Hollow out the belly. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, step the left foot forward to the inside of the left thumb. Shift the hips forward. Bend into the left knee. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, walk the hands back, fold and flex over the left thigh. Flex the left toes back towards the face. Draw the navel to the spine. Soften the heart space towards the left thigh. Release the head and the neck. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll bend into the left knee, walk the fingertips forward. And then we'll sweep the arms up, finding our crescent warrior. Lift that right hamstring nice and high. That right heel lengthens back. Hips stay square, shoulders soften. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the hands to the heart. Inhale, fill with breath. And exhale, twist it to the left. Right elbow slices over left thigh. Spiraling our heart towards our prayer hands. Draw that left shoulder to stack on top of the right. Press that top palm into the bottom palm. Providing a fulcrum around which to twist more deeply. Just 3 cycles of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, unwind to center. Bring the hands down to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot off to the edge of the mat. Maybe walk that right foot back a little bit further, making space to come down onto your forearms if it's available to you. Maybe keeping that right knee lifted, extending back through the right heel. Maybe dropping the right knee to the earth. If this is a little too intense for you, finding what works for your body, your version of lizard lunge. We'll just be here for 3 cycles of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we'll liven up onto the palms. Step the left foot back to meet the right, high plank. Option to move through a vinyasa here if you'd like. Find your back bend, up dog or cobra. Press it back, downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll inhale, forward, high plank, top of a push-up. We're gonna hop the feet out and in, out, in, out, in, out, in. So you know the modification for this is to step 1 foot out at a time. Bring that foot back to the midline, and then step the other foot out. If that's what you choose, that's just fine. Whatever you choose, keeping the hips as still as possible, keeping the shoulders stacked over the wrists. The low belly draws in. Stay with it. Just about 15 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to high plank, shift it back, downward facing dog. 1 full cycle of breath right here. Inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll step the left foot closer to the right. Lift the right leg up into space behind us. Lengthen back through the right heel, soften the left heel closer to the earth. Lengthen back through the right heel. And then on your exhale, we'll step the right foot to the inside of the right thumb. Help it if you need to. Runner's lunge, right knee stacks over the ankle. Left heel lifts, left hamstring lifts. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, we're gonna take the left heel down. We're gonna windmill up, warrior 2. Soften the shoulders. Soften the gaze over the right fingertips. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, flip the front palm. We'll take it back, exalt. Lengthen back through the right fingertips. Keep a nice deep bend in the right knee. Keep drawing the navel to the spine, lengthening the tailbone down. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the right forearm to the thigh. Sweep the left arm overhead, side angle. So you have the option here, you're welcome to find the bind. If it's in your practice, bringing the right hand beneath the right thigh, spiraling the heart open. Draw that left shoulder back. That left hip rotates back. Spiral the heart open. Low belly draws in. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here if you have the bind. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, release from the bind. Reach the left arm overhead. We'll lift up, warrior 2. We'll flip the front palm, take it back, exalt. And then we're gonna take it down. Windmill the hands down, frame the front foot, spin onto the left toe ball mound, step the right foot back to meet the left. High plank. Option to move through a vinyasa here if you'd like. Find your back bend. Press it back, downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into ourselves. We'll lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reaching, rises up and overhead. Seal it into the heart. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. And then from here, we're just gonna find some jump ropes. So maybe jumping the feet from side to side. Keeping the feet together. Making those little circles with the wrists. Should feel good for your wrists here. Staying up on the toe ball mounds. Finding your cadence. Just about 20 more seconds here. Last 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Set the feet down, hands come to prayer. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway, find length. Exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to move through vinyasa here. Finding your back bend. Pressing it back, downward facing dog. One cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll step the right foot closer to the left. Lift the left leg up into space behind you. Lengthen back through the left heel. Soften the right heel closer to the earth. Lengthen. And then on your exhale, we'll step the left foot to the inside of the left thumb. Help it if you need to. Setting up runner's lunge. Left knee stacks over the ankle, right heel lifts, right hamstring lifts. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, take the right heel down. Windmill up, warrior two. Soften the shoulders. Press that left knee towards the pinky toe side of the foot. Checking in with that back arm. Making sure it's not drooping down. The arms are parallel. The crown of the head lengthens. One more cycle of breath right here. Our strong, fierce warrior two. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, flip the front palm, take it back, exalt. Lengthen back through the left fingertips. Draw the navel up and in, lifting through Mula Bandha. The pelvic floor, Uddiyana Bandha, the navel center draws up and in. So one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the left forearm to the thigh. Reach the right arm overhead, side angle. So if it's in your practice, you're welcome to find the bind here. Bringing the right hand behind the back. Bring the left arm beneath the left leg. Spiraling the heart open. Lengthening the tailbone towards the right heel. We'll just be here for one more full cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, release the bind, reach the right arm overhead. And then we'll lift up, warrior two. Flip the front palm, take it back, exalt. And then windmill the hands down, frame the front foot, spin onto the right toe ball mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right, high plank. Option to move through vinyasa here if you'd like. Find your back bend. Press it back, downward facing dog. One cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands. Come down nice and low, folding into ourselves. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, it's up and overhead. And seal it into the heart. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. So from here, we're gonna find a nice, easy jumping jack. Jump the feet out, float the arms up, staying up on the toe ball mounds. Keep lengthening the crown of the head towards the sky. Keep that engagement of the core. Navel draws to the spine. Connecting with your breath. Making sure that you're breathing. It's okay if you have to open your mouth. Take a few nice deep breaths through the mouth. Fifteen more seconds. Last one. Step the feet together. Sit the seat back so low that the fingertips graze the earth. And then peel the upper body off the lower body, find a Utkatasana chair. Lift the heart. Lift the thumbs towards the sky. Soften the shoulders onto the back body. Lengthen the tailbone back. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway, find length. Exhale, hands come down. Step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to move through vinyasa here, or skip it. Resting in down dog or child's pose are always available to you. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, we're gonna step the right foot forward to the inside of the right thumb. Help it if you need to. We're gonna spiral the left heel down 45 degrees. Finding that heel to heel alignment. Maybe the feet are a little wider as we lift up. Finding warrior one. Just square the hips. Draw that left hip forward, that right hip back. Navel draws up and in. Tailbone lengthens down, shoulders soften. One more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, take the hands down. Frame the front foot, step it back. High plank. Option to move through a vinyasa. Find your back bend. Press it back. Downward facing dog. And then from here, we're gonna step the left foot forward to the inside of the left thumb. Help it if you need to. Left knee stacks over the ankle. Right heel lengthens back, right hamstring lifts. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the right heel down 45 degrees. Rise up, warrior one. Square the hips. Right hip draws forward, left hip draws back. Navel draws in. Soften the shoulders. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, hands come down. Step it back, high plank. Option to move through a vinyasa. Finding your back bend. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. One cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands and fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Step the feet together, sit the seat back so low that the fingertips graze the earth. And peel the upper body off the lower body, Utkatasana. And from here, we're gonna tap the ground. And then we're gonna either find a jump or a heel lift here. Lower down, lift it up. Lower, lift, low, lift, low, lift. Stay with it. Squeeze those inner thighs together. You're just lifting the heels. You're jumping up, finding some explosiveness in your jump. Stay with it. Ten more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold the seat down. Hands come to prayer. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, twist it to the right. Left elbow slices over right thigh. Spiral your heart open. Draw the right shoulder to stack on top of the left. Knees stay parallel. All 10 toes can be seen in front of the knees. One more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then we'll exhale back to center. Inhale, fill with breath. And exhale, twist it to the left. Right elbow slices over left thigh. Press that top palm into the bottom palm. Spiral the heart open to meet your prayer hands. Navel draws to spine, tailbone lengthens back. Crown of the head lengthens forward. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, unwind to center. Stand up nice and tall. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. So from here, we're gonna reach the arms up to the sky. We're gonna take the left wrist in the right hand, lift up and out of the waist, and then lengthen over to the right. And then we're gonna inhale through center. Grab the right wrist, take it over to the left. Inhale through center. Interlace all the fingers, take it back for a little back bend. Press the hips forward, draw the navel up and in, lift the heart. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale up through center. We'll exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway, thigh length. Exhale, hands come down. Step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to move through vinyasa here. If you'd like, 5-figure back bend. Pressing it back. Downward facing dog. One cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands. And then get low. Lift up, either jump or raise the heels. Take the hands down, step or float the feet back. And then take them in. Take it low. Lift up high. Take it down, jump or step the feet back. In, low, lift, down, back, in, low, lift, down, back, in, low, lift, down, back, in, low, lift. Stay with it. Connect with your breath. It's about 15 more seconds here. Last 10. Last 5. Last 2. Lift it up. Seal it in at the heart. Cleansing breath here. Inhale. Let it go. Taking a moment here. Connecting with your breath. And then as you're ready, I'm going to draw the left knee into the chest. As we reach the arms up to the sky, finding our balance on the right foot. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, float the left leg behind you. you flower the arms out to the side, finding your airplane pose. The arms extend out, the hips square, low belly draws in, tailbone lengthens back, crown of the head lengthens forward. One more cycle of breath right here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, step the left foot back nice and long. Reach the arms up. Crescent warrior. Flip the palms to face the front of the room. Straighten the right leg as you press the palms back. And then bend into the right knee as you float the palms up. Straighten and press. Bend and lift. Straighten and press. Bend and lift. Straighten and press. Bend and lift. 4 more here. With your breath, riding the wave of Ujjayi Pranayama in your body. Last one. Float the arms back up. Bring the hands to prayer. Shift the weight into the right foot. Lift the left leg. Finding warrior 3. Square the hips. Square the toes to face the earth. One more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll draw the left knee into the chest. We're gonna cross the left calf over the right thigh. Sit it back. Finding your figure 4 stretch. Hands at prayer. Or you can bring your hands down to the mat. If the arm balance is in your practice, you're welcome to find that here. We'll just be here for one more full cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale, lift up. And exhale, release the left foot down next to the right. Sweep the arms up and out. And exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway, find length. Exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to move through vinyasa. Find your back bend. Press it back. Downward facing dog. One cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the hands. Fold into yourself. Lift up halfway, find length. And exhale, fold more deeply. Press into the feet, arms reach and rise, lift up and overhead. Seal it into the heart. From here, we're just gonna find some soccer taps. Just tapping the toes forward. Shifting the weight side to side on the opposite balls of the feet. Stay with it. Hands can be at prayer. Or you can pump the arms a little bit. Getting the upper body in on the action. Try to get that heart rate going a little more. Maybe pumping the arms is good for you. You're trying to bring your heart rate down a little bit. Maybe hands at prayer is a better option. Little taps forward. Low belly draws in. Crown of the head lengthens. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Plant the feet. Sweep the arms up as you lift the right leg into the chest. And then take it back, finding airplane with the right leg extended back. Lengthen the arms out to the sides. Lengthen that right heel back nice and long. Low belly draws in. Square the hips. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, step the right foot back nice and long. Reach the arms up, crescent warrior. Soften the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll flip the palms to face the front of the room. We'll press the palms back as we straighten the left leg. Bend into the left knee as we sweep the arms up. Press and straighten. Bend and lift. Press and straighten. Bend and lift. Press and straighten. Bend and lift. 4 more here with your breath. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Float the arms up, bend into the left knee. Bring the hands to prayer. Shift the weight forward into the left foot. So you lift the right leg. Finding warrior 3 once more. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll draw the right knee into the chest. We'll cross the right calf over the left thigh. Sit it back, finding your figure 4 stretch. So if the space is available, you're welcome to bring your hands to the earth in front of you. Folding over that bent right leg. You're welcome to find the arm balance if it's in your practice. We'll just be here for 1 more cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the right foot down next to the left. Sweep the arms up and out. And exhale, fold forward. Lift up halfway, find length. Exhale, hands come down, step or float the feet back, high plank. Option to move through a vinyasa here. If you'd like, finding your back bend. Pressing it back, downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll float forward, high plank, top of a push-up. We're gonna lower our knees to the earth, coming onto the tops of the knees. So maybe walking them back a little bit, finding yourself on the padded upper portion of the knees. The shoulders stack over the wrist, maybe lifting the feet, maybe crossing the feet behind you. Draw the navel in, nice long line of energy through the tailbone, through the crown of the head. Then we're just gonna take it down, finding a little push-up. Press it up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So the goal in the push-up is to get the chin to the mat. If you're not quite making it there, just know that that's your intention. That's where you're aiming for. Keep drawing the navel to the spine. Bend the elbows straight back. Activate those triceps. We'll just be here for about 30 more seconds. Stay with it. Take rest when you need it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Lower onto the belly. Bring the elbows beneath the shoulders. Forearms are parallel. Press the pelvis into the earth. Click all 10 toenails into the earth. Energetically draw the hands back towards you as you slide the heart through the gateway of the shoulders. Rooting through the pelvis. Draw the navel up and in. Nice and active through our Sphinx pose. Just 1 more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, release the forehead or the chin to the mat. Bring the hands beneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under. Press your way up through reverse push-up or through tabletop. Finding your way back to downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath right here. Or in your child's pose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we'll bend the knees deeply, bring the gaze forward, step or float the feet to the outside of the hands. Coming to Malasana yogic squat. So the hands are at prayer at heart center. The inner thighs are drawing out from the pressure from the upper arms. The tailbone is lengthening down. The crown of the head lifts tall. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, press into the four corners of the feet, lift up nice and tall. And then take it down, lift it up, take it down, lift it up, take it down, lift it up, take it down, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Just about 30 more seconds here. Grounding into the outer edges of the feet, the heels, pressing into the four corners of the feet. Draw the glutes up and in. Each time you lift up tall. Just about 10 more here. 8, 6, last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Sink it down, nice and low. Drop the seat towards the earth, lift through the crown of the head. Interlace all the fingers but the pointer finger. Extend the arms forward as you lower the seat to the earth. Bringing the feet in front of you. Lifting up. Finding Navasana boat pose. So hinging back. Lifting the shins parallel to the earth. Soften the shoulders. Lift through the heart. The low belly draws in always. Just being here for 3 cycles of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, release the feet to the earth. Bring the fingertips to face the seat. Lift the hips up nice and high. Lengthen the tailbone away from the body. Maybe finding some little tricep dips here. Bending the elbows straight back. Keeping the hips lifted. Low belly draws in. Just about 8 more little dips here. If your triceps are feeling it. I know they might be tired by now. If that's the case, that's okay. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold the hips lifted. Step the left foot a little closer to the right. Lift the right leg up into space. 8 little pulses up with the right heel. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the lift. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale, release the right foot down. Lift the hips up nice and high. Walk the right foot closer to the left. Lift the left leg up. 8 little pulses up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the lift. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the left foot down next to the right. Lift the hips a little higher. Inhale, fill with breath. And then exhale the seat down in between the hands. Lift the legs up, finding Navasana boat pose. Just 1 cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, take it down halfway, Ardha Navasana. Lift it up, Navasana boat pose. Take it down, Ardha Navasana. Lift it up. Take it down. Lift it up. Last time, take it down. Lift it up. This time we'll pause in our Ardha Navasana. Keeping the chest lifted above the legs. Lift the heart, low belly draws in. Soften the shoulders for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the upper body, release the lower body, reach the arms overhead. The toes or the heels towards the front of the room. Cleansing breath here, inhale. Let it go. as you're ready, we'll walk the feet over to the left side of the mat. Maybe crossing the right calf over the left thigh, the left calf. Maybe walk the shoulders over to the left side of the mat, making a crescent moon shape with the body. Maybe hooking the thumbs over top of the head, or interlacing the fingers, steepling the pointer finger. Soften the right shoulder down, the right hip down. Lengthen through the right side body. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Just one more cycle of breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll walk the feet through center, the arms through center. Realign the shoulders, lengthen tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Sorry, my TV just decided it wanted to turn back on. Walk the feet over to the left side of the mat, or the right side of the mat, my bad. And then walk the shoulders over to the right side. Maybe crossing that left foot over the right. Maybe interlacing the fingers or hooking the thumbs. Soften the left shoulder down, the left hip down. Lengthen through the left side body. And then exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. One more cycle of breath right here. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, soften. And then on your next inhale, we'll walk the hands through center, the legs through center. We'll hug the knees into the chest, rocking a little side to side. Maybe taking happy baby if that feels good in your body. Grabbing onto the soles of the feet. Drawing the knees in towards the armpits. Lengthen the tailbone long onto the mat here. Soften the shoulders down. Let the back body get nice and broad here. Take up lots of space on your mat. And then as you're ready, we'll draw the soles of the feet together, hugging them in towards the body for one last inner thigh and groin stretch. Really squeeze those feet in, feel those inner thighs lengthen. Inhale, fill with breath. And then on your exhale, release the feet to the earth, letting the knees splay open east and west. Nestle the shoulder blades under the back, bring the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly. Softly close the eyes. Taking a few deep, conscious breaths. Perhaps the deepest, most conscious breaths of your day thus far. And then if you'd like, as you're ready, if it suits you, you're welcome to extend your arms long towards the sides of the mat, allowing the palms to face the sky, letting the feet flop open, a little bit wider than hip distance apart, settling in for final relaxation. So scan your body, looking for any place you're holding on to tension. Maybe there's a little tension in your pinky toe, in the corners of your mouth. Just find those little areas that you can let go of. And just let them dissolve. Let the entire front body merge into the back body. Let the entire back body melt into the earth. There's no more work to be done. Simply give yourselves a few moments here to appreciate this rest. Beginning to deepen the breath. Bringing awareness back to the breath. And bringing awareness back to the physical body in whatever way makes sense for you. You can wiggle the fingers or the toes. You can turn the head. You can stretch the arms overhead and the toes or the heels towards the front of the room. Whatever feels organic for you in this moment. Before drawing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a great big hug. Before rolling onto the right side of the body. Pausing in the fetal position. Taking a moment to notice how you feel here. Without judgment, just notice. And then as you're ready, pressing yourself up to a seated position, stacking head, neck, and trunk in a long vertical line. Rooting the sits bones into the earth, lifting and lengthening through the crown of the head. We'll bring our hands to heart center in prayer and bow our rational mind towards our loving, compassionate hearts. Thanking ourselves for coming to our mats tonight, for taking care of ourselves. Perhaps recalling our intention for our practice, seeing if we can carry some piece of that into our evening ahead. I'd like to seal the space with the sound of one Om. Feel free to join me or just listen and allow the vibration to wash over you. Inhaling deeply. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the words, thoughts, and actions of my own life in some way contribute to that happiness and that freedom for all. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful practice with me tonight. Namaste. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good?
Very good. Yeah, thank you.
A little sweaty? I was sweating. I was getting winded there for a second. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I had to like take a couple extra breaths there in Tadasana for a minute. I was like, woo, this is kicking my ass. I don't know. It might be because I'm quitting smoking too. So that I have the patch on right now. So I have like nicotine coursing through my system all the time. So that's like not really good, but it's better than smoking, of course. But yeah,
That's
so
good. That's good.
it could have had something to do with that. But I hope you guys felt a little challenged too.
Yes, we
Good,
did.
good, awesome.
Yes.
So Maria, I will see you tomorrow morning maybe?
Yes.
And
yes.
I will see
Thank
you Monday, Jessa? Awesome, looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Enjoy your night.
Good night. Good night. Thank you very much.